We're jumping over to the creepypasta wiki website for this gem, simply titled Herobrine. The story begins with a player spawning into a single-player Minecraft game. Everything was normal at first, as it always is. The player began chopping down trees and crafting a workbench until they noticed something in the distance, amongst the dense fog. They couldn't quite make out what it was. Weighing it up to their computer and its slow rendering, they pursued it anyway, believing it might be a cow that they could kill for its hide. However, they quickly discovered that it wasn't a cow, but instead another character with the default skin. But, stranger still, the character's eyes were empty. The player double-checked to make sure they weren't playing in multiplayer mode. They weren't. They looked for a name, but nothing popped up. The default character lingered for a moment, staring at the player, before running into the dense fog. The player pursued, curiosity getting the better of them, but the stranger was gone. They continued on in their game, moving past the weird encounter. Beginning to expand their world, they started noticing things were out of place and things that didn't quite make sense within the world. 2x2 tunnels, small perfect pyramids made of sand in the ocean, and trees with their leaves cut off. The player would also catch quick glimpses of the stranger amongst the fog, only for a second though, before they were gone once again. Creeped out, the player saved the game, hopping onto a Minecraft forum to see if anyone else had experienced any of the weird goings on within the game, or like him, had encountered the stranger amongst the fog. However, after he posted his story, just 5 minutes later it was removed. He tried again, and like before, it was removed, only quicker this time. Then out of the blue, he received a private message from a user named Herobrine. It stated just one word: stop. He clicked on the profile, but it was disabled. He then received another email, this time from another user. He claimed the mods could read the forum messages, so they were safe for emailing. He claimed that he too had seen the mystery player amongst the fog, and that he had a small directory of users who had also witnessed something similar within their games. A month passed before the player heard from the user again. Some people had looked into the mystery stranger, researching the name Herobrine. It was found to be linked to a Swedish gamer, which upon further research was discovered to be the brother of Notch, the game's developer. The player emailed Notch, asking him if he did in fact have a brother. A short while after, he responded. He stated, "I did, but he is no longer with us." Spooky. Is the mystery stranger lurking around the Minecraft worlds the ghost of Notch's brother, or perhaps just a cruel joke by one of the Minecraft developers? I guess we'll never know. All we have is the evidence, and the evidence is pretty damn creepy.
Coming in at number 10, redstone torches. Redstone torch is an item. When it's placed, it can activate redstone wires. It can work as a power source for up to 15 blocks of wire, and it has half of the light as a normal torch, and therefore it's not recommended for a light source. But the low level of lighting, being able to hardly see anything in front of you, keep note though players, aka Herobrine can place these torches down too. So regular ones may be to your advantage. To brace yourself though, because once you start seeing these red torches that you didn't put there yourself, Herobrine must be lurking nearby, watching your every move. The fact that this is even a thing, like bro, why can't we just sit down in our caves to see regular lighting? Our homie Brian has this set up like it's a damn bat cave, alright? All he's missing is the suit, the car, and the deep voice. I'm Herobrine. You know, that's my iteration on Batman, but Herobrine, whatever. Coming in at number 9, random fires. Another sign homie Brian is in your world is the random fires that can be happening all over your map, especially when you're not dealing with fire. You might just be minding your own business, doing what you do in your crafting world, and sometimes you get really deep into the task at hand, not even worrying about your surroundings. But after you're done, you look up to your look up or journey back to see flames of death all around you, and no matter where you go, the fires just seem to keep happening. What force of nature this is? It's Herobrine. This is another sign my homie may be in your world, and if he is, and you see that burning ish all around you, sir, if you're trying to smoke some tree, just say so. No need to set my whole forest ablaze. That ain't good for the environment. Stick to the herbs and spices, my good friend homie Brian. I mean, I can probably hook you up. Just come to my world and don't burn my trees down. Jeez. Coming in at number 8, random signs. Master Diamond Kings encounter a bunch of signs across the map in binary code. That is not the one thing to know about the signs being placed. They are meant to be placed in the ground, never on trees, and the words that come on the text wooden panel, Herobrine is definitely around dropping these signs. Maybe he's leading you to your death or loot, but let's be real guys, why are we gonna follow the signs of a dead man? Let alone some signs get crazy with the wording telling you I'm here, I'm watching you, or wrong move, this way, rest in peace. None of these signs sound welcoming whatsoever. You, my homie, and all, but fam, at least leave some proper signs, like, you know, some welcoming signs, like let's go this way, the Chiba farm is that way. I would enjoy some of that, you know? Nope, none of that.
And 7 World's End. I had been playing on the same hardcore world for 3 years. I wasn't streaming or recording, I was just playing for myself. I had done everything you can do in Minecraft. Ultimate mob farm, a load of farms and builds, cleared out an ocean monument and replaced it all with nether blocks, the works. And I had never died. Until I got the message, Herobrine has joined the game. I thought it was a joke since the very scary update had just came out, but no, it wasn't. Very quickly, my world was destroyed. Ghasts everywhere, destroying my builds, my house was gone, my farms were gone, he even set my ship on fire. I mean, it couldn't move, but it was so beautiful. Everything was getting destroyed. I had to flee to the end. The Nether would never have been safe since the forces of the Nether were invading. But when I got to the end, the dragon was back. The fight was easy since I was in full enchanted diamond, but I will never forget that message. When everything was destroyed and my world was brought to an end, I had just defeated the dragon and turned around to see him standing there, eyes glowing white. Then everything went dark.
Coming in at number 6. Perfect pyramids of sand. Perfect sand pyramids are found in the ocean. Sometimes if you dig the top block, you will find Herobrine's loot. Also, a desert pyramid called a desert temple is a sandstone structure sometimes generated in deserts where a hidden box containing loot is protected by TNT trap. Beware the traps and you will just be fine. But I told you, Herobrine don't play, okay? If he is there, he definitely set this trap up. He's a master at trap setting. It's kind of insane. I mean, he is the almighty Herobrine, you know, with all the powers he has. He's technically the power of creator mode in his fingers. Like, bro, call him purple and change his name to Thanos. That's pretty much what he is in the game. He's just that almighty dude.
How about doing a number 5, real or fake? Not just the creator of Minecraft, and while problematic, whatever he was saying before retiring would have to be considered canon, especially since after all, in the legends, Herobrine was said to be Notch's dead brother. Here's one of Notch's most interesting responses though. The Herobrine stuff is awesome and kinda scary at the same time. It really shows how little control a content producer has over their content. I've publicly told people that there's never been any such thing as Herobrine, and that I don't have any dead brothers, and that letting too many animals die in lava is a foolproof way to summon him, but that you don't need to be afraid of him. He only means well. He's looking out for you, trying to warn you of the dangers that you can't see. There certainly are no physical manifestations of Herobrine that will sneak out of your computer if you leave Minecraft running at night, looming over you as you sleep with his pale eyes inches away from your face as he tries to shout at you to wake up. Sometimes you wake up with a jolt, and then he's gone. And all that lingers is the memory and faint echo of his wordless screaming. Bro, what? While saying he's not real, Notch did indeed indicate that the possibility of him being real is there. So like, is Herobrine in fact real? No, not at all. But you just like have a mob spawner over some lava and let me know how that goes, alright? Because I'm not gonna do it.
Coming in at number 4, vanilla versus modded. Remember that in the real sightings, Herobrine stalks players. In modified versions, Herobrine attacks. The Legend of Herobrine is a mod designed for modern versions of Minecraft that aims to add Herobrine to the game with many new gameplay features, while also fitting in with the vanilla gameplay and keeping the scary theme surrounding Herobrine while remaining relevant and fun in the larger mod packs, but still is a rare occurrence. And I'm telling you, it's going to be very scary to see either Herobrine in a modded version or in the vanilla version of your game. It doesn't matter. He will be there. It's scary. I'm a believer of Herobrine. I do not care what anybody says, okay? Hate me if you want. I'm Crafting J.
In a 3 map, I started keeping a record of my world, making new maps of the same location for every month I played on that world. Things kept expanding and my map looked better every time, until about 6 months in, when my maps started changing. The new maps were as they should be, but the older maps started getting less saturated. I thought it was a new feature, that the ink was losing color. I thought it was kinda cool, until the black and white images showed what looked like a face. The face any Minecrafter would recognize. The face of Herobrine. The Herobrine imagery only got more intense. From being a faded picture to full-blown pixel art, now it's even in the paintings. There is no escape. I must join Herobrine and get him back to Minecraft as soon as possible. There is a way. The Dark Lord shall return, shrouded in the night.
Coming in at number 2, scattered blood and Steve's head. Of course, that Herobrine has to leave a bloody massacre scene, let alone Steve's damn head. Like, what the F is going on here? Like, this scene is something out of a horror movie. There's blood splatters, left, right, center, all over the walls, all over the floors. Like, if it was a crime scene, if I was honestly a police officer and had to go look at all of this blood all over the floor, I'd be like, yeah, you know, that's case for investigation here. It looks like there's also a footprint. Come on, Herobrine, you gotta be a little bit smarter than that. And on top of it, you leave Steve's head at the damn scene, bro. Come on. But yes, this is also another side of Herobrine, because like I said, you're going to see the blood, you're going to see the head of Steve. So yes, be wary of the man. And finally, at number 1, he appears. Yeah, I said he appears. I had to drop this to number 1 because Herobrine appearing in your world is the final and all factor of seeing the man. Yeah, fam, it's crazy. When he appears in your world, he's either stalking you from a distance, either he's behind the tree, he's looking at you from the distance like I just said, or he's in the back just peeping over your shoulder. You're not gonna notice it because he's just like a creeper. Except he doesn't hiss, okay? So one thing I must say, and one thing I do enjoy about this Herobrine, is somewhat his creeping factor, because you never know where he really is. No matter all the signs he might throw at you, no matter what he does to your overworld, when he appears, like I said earlier in one of the numbers, he can either be there to attack you or make your world a living hell. I don't want no living hell. That's why I call him my homie, bro. So if he appears in my world, which I hope he doesn't, but if he does, he's gonna come down to my Chiba farm and we gonna, you know, do a little song.
In a 10 canon? Notch around the beginning of the game posted onto Twitter about the subject of Herobrine, early in the creepypasta's popularity boost. In a reply to a tweet asking if Herobrine was a real entity in game, Notch replied saying that he was not, but that there might be soon. This confirmed that there was no Herobrine, but suggested that Notch planned to add him at a later date. Herobrine was first stated to have been removed in beta 1.6.6, and this was a joke, referring to Notch partially removing the human mob's essential code, making it unspawnable within the game. However, the introduction of the removed Herobrine tag in the update log has in a way made Herobrine canon, since if he wasn't, why would he ever need to be removed? In at 9, brother from the same mother. Herobrine is a legend almost as old as Minecraft itself, dating back to its alpha days. Stories of a mysterious character rose to prominence alongside Minecraft early in the 2010s, feeding into the game's early popularity boost and during live streams and gameplay alike. Your thoughts on Herobrine typically are correlated to how old you were in 2010, or at least how much you played Minecraft, but if those were your childhood gaming years, you may remember actually being scared of the entity and thinking that he was in your game. If you were older, you realized that he was probably just a creepypasta that got out of hand. But either way, the Legend of Herobrine refuses to actually just leave Minecraft's lore even a decade later, with additional players talking, saying that they've spotted the player, or that they've seen things that relate to him, and even people actually having them appear in their live streams or in their videos. So yeah, however, the Herobrine alias was actually supposed to be Notch's brother. In the original creepypasta, the author ended up emailing Notch asking if he had a brother, and the answer that he received was, "I did, but he's no longer with us." And the brother's name was also Herobrine, so you can see where I'm going with this. In at 8, Manifestation. Herobrine is one of the most popular creepypasta characters of all time, let alone Minecraft characters, like I said in the beginning, which makes him the most popular of the Minecraft characters, even more popular than Steve in my opinion. But with that level of popularity and notoriety comes with the level of belief, just like in general, even if it's unfounded. The amount of people who believe that Herobrine is real is extreme. Even those who don't believe can really be convinced otherwise in the right set of circumstances. This idea of belief can actually be somewhat powerful as it manifests the character. These occurrences are known as tulpas. A tulpa is a concept in theosophy, mythicism, and the paranormal, and it's just an object or a being that is created through spiritual or mental powers. And this could be why there are so many sightings and instances of Herobrine, because we all believed in him so hard that he actually became real.
Coming in at number 7, overpowered mobs. Herobrine is dirt nasty hands down. He had to be on the list for the most OP player in the game. I don't care if he's real or fake, cause in my eyes, he's real, okay? Hear me out. The fact that he could summon any hostile mob and make them turn berserk, even I would want to bring back some people from the dead, but from all the movies that I've watched, bringing back people from the dead never goes well. They are either brain dead or want your blood. Yeah, I'll keep the mob spawning to creative mode and to my homie Herobrine. If you go around your world noticing mobs are just overpowered and you just can't take care of them so easily, Herobrine may just be around controlling those mobs like the puppeteer he is.
In its 6 origins, Herobrine is the subject of a community-made creepypasta. He's one of the major community icons of Minecraft, yet he's actually never been present in any version of the game, at least they say. The first story and image ever posted of Herobrine, as well as the Brocraft stream, are regarded as canonical, and then things posted after these 2 events are considered fan-made adaptations and variations, which is weird considering how he's already a fan-made character. So, it's fan-made of fan-made. It's like 50 Shades of Minecraft, including making appearances in various series and Minecraft related music videos like Fallen Kingdom, Take Back the Night, both being animated music videos from Captain Sparkles on YouTube, and in Hermitcraft Season 6 when Grian, Rendog, and Impulse SV traveled back to an alpha release of the game, but nonetheless, Herobrine originates in a creepypasta, alright? Does that mean he's fake? Yes, okay? I mean, after so many encounters though, you can only wonder, but then again, we've also made a list on Siren Head encounters, so are we really going to pretend like this Herobrine thing has legs? They're nodding. Okay, we are? Alright.
Halfway through number 5, time travel. Herobrine was removed from Minecraft after the creepypasta made its rounds, even if he was never really in the game. The creepypasta was around alpha version 1.0.16_02, which is a really old release. The game had no end goal, no boss, and the best thing was diamond unenchanted armor. But this didn't stop us from playing. This version and this creepypasta worked together beautifully, made us terrified to play the game, but it was soon lost to the plethora of updates that would make the game what we love today. I was playing on a normal 1.15 world when all of a sudden everything changed. My beautiful house was destroyed and looked less saturated, and I was stranded on a floating forest biome with nothing around me. I was so confused. I pressed F3 and saw Minecraft Alpha version 1.0.16_02 in the top left corner. I didn't think it was possible. That version didn't even have save states with custom seeds. How did this happen? Then, in the fog, I saw him, Herobrine. I chased him. I didn't know what else to do, but soon came to the border of my little biome. I don't know how, but even when I tried bringing the world back to 1.15, it wouldn't let me.
In at 4, fueled by death. Some people also consider that Herobrine is fueled by the deaths of players, that every time you die and respawn he ends up getting stronger, which is typically why you'll see him more often when you're deep into a world instead of at the beginning of it unless you intentionally summon him. This could also explain the recent rise in popularity of hardcore mode from Java Edition, because you don't really have to worry about respawning and Herobrine doesn't get any stronger. For the person playing, or for any of the rest of us. I mean, hardcore wasn't really all that popular back during Phil's 5-year run. Only after he died and Dream really started off did hardcore mode become as popular as it is today, with other Minecrafters like the Hermits even having things like their various life series set up by Grian, where they would include others who aren't Hermits, Smallish Beans and In the Littlewood being the most notable ones for me. But even then, even Minecrafters that seemingly nobody had heard of before started blowing up thanks to hardcore, like Sandiction, who is a fairly recent one as well, who's the one who made me want to do that, because I'm like, if he can blow up, why can't I? And then I proceeded to not blow up. But then again, maybe this is all because we've learned that Herobrine was just getting stronger from our suffering, like my ex. Those jokes are never not gonna be funny, okay? They're true.
Going on to number 3. Glowstone Towers. Glowstone is a light source block that emits a light level of 15. Glowstone can be found naturally in the nether, generating in clusters on the other side of the netherrack ceilings and in bastion remnants. Glowstone can be obtained through trading and wandering traders, and in Java Edition, the journeyman level Cledric villagers sell 1 glowstone for 4 emeralds. Glowstones can be crafted using 4 glowstone dust, but what's the difference here is these glowstone towers are in your overworld. You just heard me say about the nether. Yeah, these glowstone towers being in your overworld, that definitely is another sign of Herobrine being there. Why is these glowstone towers being sent up all over the place? I do not know. I am not Sway. I don't have that answer. But you know, I'm gonna tell you straight up, be wary of this man Hero.
But ultimately, into number 2, creation. We talked about Herobrine's origins, but while we have ideas as to how, we don't really know why. Why was this character created? Was it really Notch's brother, or was it something more? Why was the creepypasta created? Potentially an otherworldly influence that guided the hand of the Brocraft stream? Maybe? Was it actually real? All of these are good questions, and we invite you in the comments to discuss your own theories and ideas about the mysterious entity or figure or spirit or murderous psychopath caught in a video game known as Herobrine, as they attempt to possess eternal life. That got into like a different series mode there for a second, though. I doubt Herobrine is actually William Afton. Oh god. Did I just open that door? No, there's no point. There's no point. Nobody would watch that video unless you would. This is me hinting at you to tell me in the comments if you would watch that video or not, and also trying to up the engagement rate. Thank you. And finally, into number 1, Minecraft Legends. It seems to me like Herobrine could very possibly be present in the new upcoming Minecraft spin-off game. They've made it very clear that this is a different Minecraft overworld, not the one we play around with in normal Minecraft, which means to me that they're thinking of doing something daring. The issue of adding Herobrine, however, would be the copyright surrounding the character, since this character, while being based on Minecraft, was created by a fan. So there would have to be some form of agreement there to actually get him in the game, at least from my understanding of copyright law. But with the piglins popping out of the portal with glowing white eyes, it sets off a trigger in my brain. A trigger that has been very finely honed by FNAF. And the reason I am wearing this shirt is because I knew I was filming a Minecraft video today, so it's fine. I mean, like, yes, their texture in normal Minecraft does show their eyes as white pixels, well, I mean, but it's just one white pixel, okay? Glowing white eyes is synonymous with Herobrine, especially when the big guy comes out and he squints, it looks like there's 2 pixels for his eyes, okay? That sent me spinning. Oh, and also, if it's taking inspiration from Fallen Kingdom, or that series of Minecraft music videos by Captain Sparkles, Herobrine makes an appearance in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd videos of the series, okay? I don't know if he was in the 4th, I don't think so, because he was dead at that point. But like, even if they're taking inspiration from that, they could be taking an antagonist as well. I'm just saying, okay? Or maybe they're just gonna hint at it as like a joke, you know? Like in the chiseled sandstone, something like that.
And 10, just a mod. The Herobrine mod was all the rage back in the golden age of Minecraft, where the fear of encountering the monster in your world was still at an all-time high. People were still making ways to fight him, like with giant towers of command blocks that let you fight an armor stand, but the mod was different. You had to summon him. I was playing with the mod intending on some good fun when it just got scary. The pyramids and the mining shacks, seeing him out of the corner of my eye, I hated it with a burning passion, so I deleted the mod. The actual blocks stayed, of course. They were present in vanilla, but what scared me the most was that Herobrine did too. I even tried reinstalling the game, but no matter what, Herobrine was there. Every time I would load the world, I'd get the mod signature, "You don't know what you've done," even when it wasn't installed. And after I deleted the mod, it's like I released him from his confines. He did things outside of the mod's parameters, burning whole forests, standing there staring at night, and spawning monsters to attack me, even setting me into hardcore. It was a nightmare. Don't play with the Herobrine mod. You don't know what you've done, but it's just a mod, right? In a 9 cosplay. My friends always tell me that I look like Minecraft Steve, that I have the facial features he would if he were human, Steve obviously being the default Minecraft skin. So whenever we would go to conventions or to a costume party, I would always throw on my blue shirt and bluish gray jeans. This was just the norm, and everyone seemed to love it, until Minecon 2018. When I met my arch nemesis, Herobrine. It was weird, they looked like me, but they wore contacts so that their eyes were whited out. It was really cool, but like scary cool. But after we left Minecon and flew back to the States, Herobrine seemed to follow. It's like they were an omnipresent force, always in my line of sight, but just far enough to one side for me to never directly look at them. It's been 3 years since that Minecon and I haven't gone back, because why would I? I live the game now. It hasn't stopped, it will never stop. Not until I go to hell and the end. And it ate Skyblock. Skyblock has come back. It was a popular Minecraft map a while ago with a 3 wide, 4 long, and 3 deep L-shaped block of land that you needed to expand infinitely. The weird part of the story is when I had another player join, known by the game as Herobrine. I was playing on single player and never opened it to LAN. Then the text Herobrine joined the game appeared on the bottom left of my screen. I figured it was just a troll, something the map creator put in with a tell raw command, but eventually other builds started popping up around my island. I thought these were schematic blocks. I knew about these because, you know, I'm a bit of a map creator myself. But these things were weird, like pyramids made of sandstone and weird floating forests with the leaves removed. There would be no loot, not even a single chest. Unless these were here to help me get some more materials, they shouldn't have been in the game. I asked online what they were for, and all I got was people saying that I shouldn't be getting any more structures.
In its 7 mob control, Herobrine is said to have the power to control mobs. Those that he does control, however, will share his most iconic feature of having blank white eyes, so you'll be able to see it because there won't be any pupils or irises in sight. The mobs that are under Herobrine's control are hostile, attacking the player, and the chickens under his control will lay eggs and instantly break those eggs that could then potentially spawn more Herobrine controlled chickens. It's like, I don't know, it's weird, it's kind of insane. It's unknown if this is similar to like a virus or if instead it's just him actually controlling the animals because honestly there's very little known about powers in general when it comes to Herobrine. We don't know if he needs direct line of sight to connect with animals or if he can do it from anywhere. We don't know if he can just turn them hostile or if it's really him that's controlling these vessels, and we don't even know if he has to manifest in your world for this to actually happen. But the evidence seems to suggest that yes, he does need to be present at least one time to actually have a link to the world. So if this is the case and the theory that Herobrine has to have appeared in your world is correct, we're safe. But if it's not, yeah, I'm probably never gonna play Minecraft again because I don't want a random chicken attacking me because just things with blank eyes terrify me. I don't know why. Is there a phobia for that?
And 6, the Savior. I've never used mods. I prefer Minecraft the way it was intended, but even though I had no mods installed, I still saw Herobrine, the legendary creepypasta from Minecraft's beginning, the supposed brother of Notch, Minecraft's creator. I was mining, when behind me I heard footsteps. I turned around and nothing was there, but when I turned back, I saw him, hiding behind a pillar of lava, Herobrine. He quickly vanished. I ran home, but when I had, my magnificent house had been transformed into a 2x2 wooden box, with no detail, and all of my items were gone. Then lightning struck outside, even though it wasn't raining. I stepped outside and there he was again. Herobrine was standing in the fire left by the lightning. He was looking down, and then looked up at me. And then another bolt of lightning struck in front of me, doing some damage. I thought it was him at first, but then I saw someone else in the fire, our savior, Notch himself. He told me to leave, so I ran back to the mine, but then he said no, leave the world, so I saved and quit. After a few hours, I tried to get back onto that world, but it was corrupted. Whatever happened in that world, the fight must have been amazing. Thank you, Notch. Thank you for saving my otherwise hopeless character. I mean, your world got lost, so your character's kind of dead anyway, but hey.
Midway through at number 5, doors being open. One thing I absolutely hate is hearing doors open and close unexpectedly. Like, what the hell, man? I just want to be doing my own thing. Nice, simple crafting and building. Not having to deal with some sudden feelings, or should I say chilling feeling over your shoulder. Really and truly, why do we have to deal with these things? Doors being open left, right, and center. You know Herobrine's around, but can he just open the door a little bit quieter? Maybe even get some WD-40, squeak down those hinges, you know? It might have to work, but I mean, at the end of the day, Herobrine, he is in your world, and you know he's there when you hear those doors being open.
And 4, Mince Raft. Mince Raft is a smaller Easter egg in the Minecraft launcher that has a 0.01% chance of appearing when you load up the game. Instead of the title Minecraft, it would swap the E and the C. However, when I was at a garage sale for someone on my street, they were selling a console version of Mince Raft. I figured it was a ripoff game like Bad Minecraft or something similar, but it wasn't in the slightest. It was Minecraft. Pure, unadulterated Minecraft. I was surprised they hadn't gotten shut down. At least, I thought that until I saw him, Herobrine. This wasn't fake either. It wasn't a mod or a set of command blocks, it was the real deal. I wasn't in multiplayer because I don't have online on my Xbox, so it had to be real. He started speaking to me through the signs, asking me for help to set him free. I didn't understand, he was already roaming the world, but one sign he left me while I was at school told me everything. Break the disc. I wasn't going to do that. I spent $15 on this thing, but he kept insisting, saying he was trapped and wanted to go home. But then I realized Mince Raft was a trap for Herobrine, meant to keep him tethered so he couldn't invade the real game. I stopped playing, but no matter what, I would come back the next day. Even if I got my friends to tie me in my chair, I would break free and play, even if I didn't want to. I'm scared about what I'm going to do. So we're having a yard sale right now so I can get rid of the game, but nobody will take it. I went to return the game to the man who sold it to me, but for some reason, he and his house had just vanished. And all that was left was an empty lot with a for sale sign on the lawn.
Getting close to the end, into number 3, mobs. Minecraft is an interesting game lore-wise, cause I guess everything had to come from somewhere, right? All the monsters, all the creatures, all the buildings, they had to have a beginning, but what was it? Well, one Reddit user going by the name Me, if you can't get the joke by now, I am the Reddit user, suggests that the reason we have so many different monsters to fight off but no actual builders is because Herobrine changed them all into mobs. I mean, think about it. While some of these creatures like skeletons and zombies can be explained away thanks to being reanimated builders, because reincarnation, undead kind of thing. Where did the others, like creepers, endermen, spiders, guardians, villagers, blazes, and more come from? In this case, though, specifically creepers, because I feel like I have an idea. Sure, we may have explanations, like they could be plants and whatever, but there's actually official Minecraft merch that shows creepers with TNT inside their bodies. So could these be like ancient builders who were demolitionists or miners that Herobrine's just like, haha, screw you? I think so.
And then 2, Herobrine. The Nether. We all know it. We all are scared of it, especially with the new update. However, we didn't know how scared we should be. I was playing on a single player world, seed 7210111411166114105105110101. Boom! Let's go! Got it in 1! When I went to the Nether in full diamond protection 4 armor, I was exploring for a while, trying to find a fortress. Damn things are so hard to find now, but eventually I stumbled onto something way worse. When I made it to the origins of the Nether, coordinates 0, 0, I found a structure Mojang never revealed to be in the 1.16 Nether update. It was what looked like a giant portal, but with only the portal block taking up the entirety of the 1 meter wide block. No obsidian around it. It was almost like a beacon. It was at the intersection of all 4 different Nether biomes: Warped Forest, Crimson Forest, Basalt Deltas, and Nether Wastes. And standing in front of the portal was another player. I came closer, checking to see if I had opened up the world to land by mistake. I hadn't, so I typed in chat, "Hello?" It responded. Known as Herobrine, the legendary creepypasta from the early days of Minecraft. Actually, I guess he isn't a creepypasta, is he? He replied with "Stop." I kept walking. That's when my screen tinted red and everything around me got red. Fire and smoke particles filled up my screen, and then it was black. My actual computer started smoking, so I quickly unplugged it, desperate to save it. I had to replace the graphics card, but when I got back to that world, I was at the origin, but there was nothing to be seen. Finally, in at number 1, First Contact. This is the original Herobrine creepypasta, so. I had recently spawned a new world in single player. Everything was normal at first, and I began chopping trees and getting a workbench. I noticed something move amongst the dense fog. I have a slow computer, so I need to play with tiny render distance. I thought it was a cow, so I chased it, hoping to get some leather for armor. It wasn't a cow, though. Looking back at me was another character with a default skin, but his eyes were empty. I saw no name pop up, and I double-checked that I wasn't on a server. He didn't stay long. He looked at me and quickly ran into the fog. I pursued out of curiosity, but he was gone. I continued on with my game, not sure what to think. As I explored the world, however, I saw things that seemed out of place for a random map. Like 2x2 tunnels in the rock, small, perfect pyramids made of sand in the ocean, and groves of trees with their leaves removed. I would keep seeing this other player out of the corner of my eye, but I never got a better look at him. I even tried increasing my render distance, but to no avail. I saved the map and went onto the forums to see if anyone else had seen the other player. There were none. I created my own topic of the man, asking anyone if they had a similar experience. The post was deleted within 5 minutes. I tried reposting, but it was deleted even faster. I received a PM from username Herobrine that only said stop. When I went to look at their profile page, it 404'd and crashed. I received an email from another user claiming that the mods could read private messages so it would be safer in the email. The emailer said that they had also seen the mystery player and that they had a small community of others who'd seen him as well, along with the obviously man-made structures that came with him, and they all described him as a mystery player with no pupils. About a month later, I heard from the emailer again. Turns out a few community members had looked into the name Herobrine and had found it to be used quite frequently by a Swedish gamer known as Notch. He was also the developer of Minecraft. I emailed him personally, asking him if he maybe had a brother. It took a while, but eventually he emailed me back, saying, I did, but he's no longer with us. I haven't seen the mystery man since our first encounter, and I haven't noticed any more changes to the world other than my own. I was able to press print screen the first time I saw him, and it's the only evidence I have of his existence.